And today we're going to be talking about top 4 mistakes you're making as a buyer in this seller's market. And we are, in fact, in a seller's market. So, what is causing this seller's market? 1, anemic inventory, just not a lot of houses for sale. 2, historically low interest rates, okay? So I know even my parents remember a time where there were double-digit interest rates. You heard me right, double-digit, 11, 13. I've heard as even high as 17%, okay? Can you imagine 17% paying? Right now you're basically borrowing, almost near free money right now. So buyers' buying power is high, right? And then you couple that or sprinkle in the COVID effect, and you've got this migration happening. You've got people turning. So you've got people migrating south. They're going further south because it's a little bit cheaper. And if they're working from home, then hey, they can afford a little bit more house. They'd be a little bit further south, and they could be closer to maybe the coast, some beaches, right? So specifically down here, being very close to LBI, and they can buy the same house as they would in some of the northern, Jersey areas like Bergen County for $100,000 less, and their taxes will be, nearly 50% of what they would be. So sprinkle all of that in, and you've got demand that's here, and you've got inventory here, and so these buyers will do anything to get that house that they like. And so what are the top 4 mistakes you're making? 1, you're coming in too weak, right? Your offer is weak sauce. What does that mean? What is weak sauce, right? So your offer is just weak. You are bidding on a house, especially if it's something in a desirable neighborhood and it's turnkey move-in ready. You've got a prime product there that's going to either sell for full price or it's going to get bid up. So if you're coming in significantly lower than the asking price and the house is worth what they're asking, don't be disappointed when you lose that home, because someone's willing to at very least pay the full asking, if not go higher. So weak offer, okay? And a lot of times these sellers will get offended, and if there are multiple offers, they won't even entertain your offer. They're going to entertain the buyer who came in with a strong offer from the beginning. Okay, so that is number 1, weak offer. I think biggest one is not being prepared. And what does that mean? So you're not getting your finances in order. Get your pre-approval done. Okay, the hold up, get your pre-approval done. If you're buying a house within the next 30, 60, 90 days, then get your pre-approval done. If you're not buying a house in the next 30, 60, 90 days, get an idea of what house you're looking for, because that house that you are going out to go see today most likely will not be available tomorrow. And so there's really no point of going out there looking at houses if you're not looking to buy a house today. Okay, so get prepared first and foremost. Know the house you want, style, right? Bedrooms, bathrooms, your budget, get pre-approved or get your finances in order. Speak to your CPA, your certified public accountant. Speak to your financial advisor. If you're buying cash, get those proof of funds ready, because this market is moving so quickly that if you're not ready to make a move today, which brings me to point number 3, then that house that you're looking at tomorrow won't be available, okay? Or vice versa. The house you're looking at today won't be available tomorrow, so you're moving too slow, okay? If you see a house that you like, it's the one. Even if it's the first home you saw, there's nothing wrong with having, love at first sight, right? There's nothing wrong with falling in love with the house that you walked into first, and it just meets your criteria. There's no reason to go ahead and look at a million other houses. You're moving too slow, someone else is going to fall in love with that house and outbid you, or at least put in their bid first. And sometimes first in this marketplace means a lot to the seller. because they're having 100 people come to their house because there's so little inventory that if the first offer is a good offer, especially if it's what they're asking for, let's lock it up. We've got still COVID-19 out there, so why have more people in my house? Let's just accept the offer. We were selling it for X. We're getting what we're asking for. What's the point of having 100 people come to our house and potentially exposing ourselves to the virus? Okay, so think about that. And then lastly, you are getting easily discouraged. So that was the fourth one. And so I hear this a lot of times. Buyers are getting easily discouraged. So they put in an offer, it's not accepted, and that's it. Game over. Oh man, my realtor sucks, can't get me a house, and it's all their fault. They don't know how to negotiate, and it takes two to tango. So if you put in a weak sauce offer, then in this seller's market, and you're competing against other markets, or other bidders, it's not your realtor's fault or their negotiation tactics, right? It's really hard to compete when a buyer outbids you by $15,000, $20,000. No negotiation skill set probably in the world is going to be able to win that battle, okay? And so, really understand the whole context of what you're putting yourself into. So don't get easily discouraged. If you are underbidding and that's just your strategy, then expect to lose out on 99% of these houses in this marketplace. You're going to have to then find some house that needs a lot of work, is distressed, and that's how you'll be able to go ahead and undercut or find something at a discount. If it's turnkey, move-in ready, and in a desirable area, it's going to be very hard to get that house at a discount. So keep that in mind. 4 mistakes you're making in this seller's market right now. I hope this helps. I'll see you on the next one.